That's what self-defense is. If there's a reasonable threat that you have to act on, what does that mean? It means that would most people agree that this is a reasonable threat? Would most people agree that this is a reason you need to have abortion? Maybe it is. You are economically destitute and this baby has nothing and you can't feed it. Maybe it is. I'm not even saying that's wrong. I'm just saying that because I don't want it, I'm going to fuck this guy, then I'm going to get a morning after pill, then I'm going to do it again, morning after pill, then I'm going to do it again. I'm not going to realize, because I'm probably some fat bitch, anyway, and at the end I'm going to just have an abortion. No, absolutely not. That to me is not acceptable.
Well, there's a bigger
how do you find that acceptable?
There's a bigger issue there. And the bigger issue there is men, because it always starts with men, strong men, choosing to be with multiple women and hotter women than good women. Did I say that right? The problem is men choosing to be with multiple women that are hotter instead of being with good women who will take care of their children. So this whole thing is perpetuated by us. We're the culprits here in this whole thing. But before we end this thing off, and I'll give you a chance to respond to what I'm about to say, but I'm pretty clear on what I want to say. To kind of pull all of this together and get out of here feeling good about the conversation. Okay? So when it comes to abortion, right? I don't want to tell you what to do. I don't want you telling me what to do. I don't want anybody telling anybody what to do. When you agree to live in this country, because you can move, maybe not when you're a baby, but babies shouldn't have a right to choose whether or not abortion is legal or not anyway. People who are adults, who live in society, who it could affect, are the ones that have to choose. And I gotta tell you, I tend to believe that the laws on murder are on the books because people wanted them to be. And the laws on abortion are on the books because people wanted them to be. And until you have a balance of power where you can shift the programming, the Kanye West programming, until you can shift that programming, whether it be through less child support for babies, more child support for babies, less child support for babies. I don't even know what the answer would be. Maybe less programs for single mothers, more programs for single mothers, because it works both ways. Less programs for single mothers means they won't get pregnant in the first place. More programs for single mothers maybe means that they would keep the baby, right? Because both are viable options to not have a baby, right? Or to have the baby. Either way, it doesn't really matter. The point is, if the law is on the books, it's on the books for a reason. It's because people wanted it. And if you want the law to change, then that 51% of people has to agree with you, which of course, that may not be right, but that's what you signed up for.
And I agree with that. What's wrong with that? Let the people decide what they think is better. The problem becomes when we have this brainwashing apparatus.
But that's what we live in right now. That's what we live in. That's why the 20% or the 5% is smart and the 5% is really stupid, and then everybody in the middle gets to decide for the real smart and the really dumb, because the really smart and the really dumb are the minority. So we don't matter. The ones who have out-of-the-box thinking, who are trying to organize the obscure, as Marcus Aurelius would say, don't count. It's the idiots in the middle, or not idiots, but the people in the middle that are homogenous and want everything to be the same, who are the ones that are going to tell you, oh, well, everybody thinks this, so that's why it's true. Those are the people who are making decisions for you. And that's why, if you have a little bit of sense or no sense, you can break free from the matrix, live in poverty in the projects, getting welfare, and be happy as a pig in shit, or be a billionaire living in a mansion and happy as a pig in shit. It's when you're in the middle that you get depressed.
I agree. Perfect. Well, I think we should get back to this topic again. I think this was a good...
I think we got to talk a little bit more about the trans stuff on the next one.
Coming back soon.
Peace.